ESPN yesterday, they came out with a list.
Oh my goodness, I want to fight people.
Why?
Oh, it's just stupid. This list,
The top 10
right?
quarterbacks?
Yeah, stupid.
Wow, interesting.
I'll tell you why. Keep going.
Well, here's the list. All right, top 10 quarterbacks. I'm going to go backwards or forwards, Marcos. What do you want?
You end up at one. You don't start off at one.
All right, 10, Dak Prescott.
You know what? Can you start at 1? No.
No.
9, Deshaun Watson. 8, Russell Wilson. 7, Justin Herbert. 6, Matthew Stafford. 5, Joe Burrow. 4, Tom Brady. 3, Josh Allen. 2, Patrick Mahomes. And number 1, Aaron Rodgers. That is your rankings.
Would you like me to have at it?
Go for it.
Under no circumstances, should Lamar Jackson not be in that list. Because
he was
and I'll give you a
mention.
I'll give you a perfect example. When Michael Vick came into the league, they made him the best quarterback in the league, not because he could throw, but because of how he changed the game and how he put pressure on the defense. And the fact that you had to acknowledge that, and he changed the way the game had to be played from that position, right? Lamar Jackson is an MVP of the league. You're telling me that an MVP of the league is not one of the top 10 quarterbacks? There ain't nothing you can say to me that would lead me to believe, because here's what we are. We live in a world where the hot new thing, right? Like you see something out of the corner of your eye, gotta have it, right? That's what these young quarterbacks are.
Mm-hmm.
They had great years. I'm not even disputing that. However, Lamar Jackson, if you take their top 1 year that they've had so far, now take Lamar Jackson and take his 1 year, how much more dynamic was that? You see, I think what he throw for like 35, 4,000 yards and rush for 1,000? Something crazy. So
you're thinking, so who do you think should be knocked off?
One, if you're going to discredit Lamar Jackson
and
say he doesn't do anything, then you sure as hell better discredit Dak Prescott.
Here's his MVP season. He threw for 3,000 yards, 36 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. On rushing that year, he rushed for
Thank you.
1,200 yards.
Thank you.
1,200 yards?
Thank you. So that's the year. That's the player you're taking out of the top 10. Think about that. Wait. Before last year, Matthew Stafford was a bum.
That's right.
Nobody said looter in a riot.
Matthew Stafford last year was, they said it was ranked 6th in here. That was their ranking last year. And by the way, this was a list done by ESPN. They surveyed a bunch of executives, coaches, scouts.
That's just to give it credibility, but it's garbage.
Yeah, I don't think he's better than Russell Wilson.
You don't think Lamar Jackson's better than Russell Wilson?
No, Stafford.
Oh, Stafford.
Okay, but guess what? If you're going to discredit Lamar Jackson for being hurt, Russell Wilson was hurt all of last year anyway. So go back 2 years. Who would you rather have?
He rehabbed 25 hours a day. So,
That's true. And he cured concussions.
Yeah, it's true.
And he came back from said thumb injury and looked like hot garbage.
Well, you know how we got to tie this into it.
Yeah. Where's our boy?
How's Tua going to show down with all these boys? We'll get to that next.
R.I.P. Big Pun. No longer with us.
Damn. Sorry, Big Pun.
Remember Big Pun and
like
Big
30 years.
Pun and they did that video with J-Lo?
I don't. I don't.
Yeah,
actually.
they did a song with J-Lo.
I'm a big fan of Lou Headley, aka Big Punt. Where are you going? Why are you leaving?
He's leaving. I do like Lou Henley though. I'm kind of torn.
Minus 1 his ass.
I'm kind of
quickly.
torn.
-1.
I like it though.
You, the hell is going on in here? Like, dude.
Oh man.
Another outburst like that, you gonna be put in radio jail. We just gonna put you. Oh, by the way,
What?
I was going through my emails. Guess what I got?
Odyssey points?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know how to use them, but I like them.
Did you get them from Galen?
Yeah, it's a way of them giving you something without it being cash value, having cash value.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to use them Odyssey points.
I still don't know how to use them.
It gives
No
you
idea.
a link. I just have a feeling that whatever I want to buy, a decoder ring is going to be 20 times more Odyssey points than I got. Right?
Yeah, it's gonna be like the Dave and Buster's.
Yes, that's what I'm
cash
saying.
flow. Yeah, exactly.
Dave and Buster's is so depressing to bring your kids to after
God,
getting all
dude.
those tickets.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
what can I get, Dad? Can I get a Pokemon? It's
Nah.
like, no, you could just, basically get a Mon.
Get a get a Nerds rope. I have
Right,
562 tickets and I
Right.
get a Nerds rope.
Like, you
Yes.
notice the big teddy bears, you could go there for 30 years. That
Never.
big teddy bear is still going to be in the same spot.
Here you go, son. Here's Bum Chew.
In fact, people are so hip to the game that when you leaving, if you don't have enough tickets, you give them to somebody else and hope that y'all can combine the tickets and somebody could
Maybe you
get
could-
something off the top shelf.
Can
Yeah.
somebody beat the system here, please?
Right. Nope.
All right. So we gave you guys the top 10 quarterbacks. All right.
Right.
But looking over at Leroy, looks like our boy Tua comes off a lot of matchups this year up against
Again.
these so-called top teners.
Yep.
I gotta tell you what, this is a juicy schedule for the Dolphins. I know we did that's a win, that's a loss, but it gets juicier by the look because
Yeah,
they're closing
because
in on football.
But here's what you don't do. I hate when you do it.
What?
Everybody does it.
What?
Strength of schedule based on last year. We've seen so many different changes just in last year that would indicate that the strength of schedule was either weaker or stronger than you thought based on how the season played out.
I mean, I'm just trying to see where that would greatly change though this year. I guess
Okay,
the
go.
unexpected would be
You want to go through the schedule? I'm not going to give you that's a win, that's a loss, but I will.
I want to do quarterback versus quarterback because I want Tua taking
Why?
ranking. Because I want
Because-
Tua taking
because-
some rank.
because
I
you're
want it to be
under-
like the UFC. Like when
Here.
Fiziev beats RDA this past week, he gets his ranking. You're number 7. Guess what? Now I'm number 7, mother bleeper. All right.
Okay, but here's the deal. Here's the deal. How many people have the defense that the Dolphins have?
Oh.
Okay. Conversely, if you're Tennessee, how many people have the running game that Tennessee has? So while you're doing quarterback matchup, there's a lot of other aspects of the team. That may be more
Team
important.
Shmee. Let's do QB versus QB.
Oh my God, I want to fight
Yeah.
you. I just
All right.
Shmee.
Well, week
You're
1 doesn't
fine.
matter.
Let's
Week
do it. Do it.
Fine. Great.
Yeah.
Well, week 1 doesn't matter. He's taking on Mac Jones. Dude's a bum.
Oh, that guy
All right.
sucks.
It sucks. Don't worry about it.
Stupid.
Bomb.
Week 2, I mean, Leroy believes this guy should be top 10, and Tua beat him already. You remember? Remember, it was the homecoming king last year. I lost a bet over this. What did I have to do?
Oh,
Dress like an elf, right?
yeah. That was
Yeah.
Had to dress like an elf because of Lamar Jackson. So he's not a top 10 quarterback. Sorry, Lamar. I know your hometown, but whatever. You're out.
Sheesh.
Week 3, this is when it gets juicy.
Yeah.
Bills, Josh Allen, number
Ooh.
3 in the rankings.
Papa.
They also got a top 5 defense, though.
He's been daddy.
Papa.
I know he has
Alright.
been daddy lately.
Home or on the road?
That's home.
Oh man,
That's home.
Yeah, no.
I would
early-
like to get that road game out of the way.
Me
You know,
too,
you look
dude.
at the schedule. I'm telling you, when I'm in Cleveland, I look at the schedule. When is that second game in Cincinnati? When is that second game in Pittsburgh?
Yep.
Right? You got to take a looky, Lou, because you know You got to get your mind right for that cold weather, that wind that comes off Three Rivers, come off the Three Rivers. It's pretty cold.
All right, so he's got one matchup against the top 10 guy 3 weeks in, and then short rest, Joe Burrow. That's a big one. Thursday night football, too.
Overrated.
Thursday night on the road. Short rest. 500 miles?
Oh, it's at least.
Oh, it's 500 miles. You bet your ass it is. So you got that. So that's 2 top 10 matchups in the first 4 weeks. It's big time, Leo. It's very. I'm nervous. Then he's got a break. He's taking on the Jets and that MILF hunter Zach Wilson.
Wow.
What? Wait, what?
By the way, I'd like to highlight a text
Huh?
saying that whole Zach Wilson situation is the first time the Jets have scored over 40 in a couple decades. Thought that was pretty good.
Well, I don't know who gets. Did the texter write that in?
Yeah, but I stole it. I
Oh,
definitely put
so
that
point
in
for
that
you.
description. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
All right. Then they got Minnesota. Who cares?
Nah.
Flores revenge game. He's not a
Minnesota.
quarterback.
Is Minnesota here?
Yes.
Oh, I might have to do that one.
Boom. There you
I
go.
still get the good access.
Then you got Flores Sunday Night Football, and Tiny Hands Pickett if he's playing. Man Campbell, Chicago. Oh, week 10 could be juicy, could be something, could be nothing, because I don't know if Deshaun Watson's going to play or not. Could be something. Could be a top 10 matchup.
Do I have to pick a side on that game? Is
Probably
that
best
down
to know.
here or up
Yes,
there?
it is. Yeah,
Down
it is.
here?
Yeah, so you're roaming the sidelines, dude.
Yeah.
By Texans, McCochin revenge game against San Francisco. And then you got 3 straight weeks. Justin Herbert, number 7. Josh Allen again, daddy, number 3. And then Aaron Rodgers at home, numero uno. A chance for Tua to be the top quarterback in the league. And then you got a couple breaks because you got that bum Mac Jones and then MILF Hunter again to close out the season.
So can I just say this?
So all in all, 1, 2,
But
3, 4,
here,
5, 6
can you
matchups
do
against
this?
top 10. 7 matchups if you want to put the Lamar Jackson because you believe he's
So-
top 10.
So seven out of 17 games.
Our top 10 quarterbacks.
That's not okay. Pull up a random schedule.
I'm not pulling up a random
No,
schedule.
just do it to make my point.
All right, well, it can't be an East team because they're going to be the same games.
Okay, pull up.
Pull up
Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Now, is that
I'll
dumb?
pull up Jacksonville.
All right.
Pull up Jacksonville.
Well,
Now, go through their schedule.
All right, Jacksonville.
boring.
All right, Washington. I don't even know who their quarterback. Who they got? Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz,
Sucks.
he's a bum.
Indianapolis. They have Matt Ryan.
No,
They'll play Herbert, so that's 1.
one.
All right, then they got Philly, Hurts, no. Houston, Davis Mills still.
No, Mike.
Yeah.
David Carr, maybe.
Indy again. Then they got Russell. Got New York, no. Did Russell Wilson? That's another one. So that's 2.
Two.
Las Vegas, Derek Carr, no.
Hmm.
Then they got Patrick Mahomes.
Oh.
Three,
Week 10. Week 12, Baltimore.
4,
Oh, we're not really counting. He's not really top 10.
Okay. 3.
Detroit, man, Campbell.
Boo.
Tennessee, no.
No.
Dak Prescott, technically, yes, although Leroy doesn't believe it
4.
belongs there.
But with swap,
then,
it would be Deshaun Watson or Lamar Jackson. Dak Prescott or Lamar Jackson. So either way, it's still going to be 1. Okay,
Well,
That's
I counted
4.
them both. So we're up to
Okay.
5.
5.
And then you got New York, Houston, Tennessee. So 5. So not as many as the Dolphins.
Okay,
Aha.
but they sing. Look, even with they supposed to get the easiest schedule in football, right? Still 5. So everybody's got to play these guys. Why are you making it sound like the Dolphins have it so much rougher than everybody? It's football. It's NFL
I'm not saying it's
football.
right. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Everybody's
whoa, whoa, whoa,
playing
whoa.
against these teams.
I didn't say it was rougher. I just said Tua's got a lot of juicy matchups. I mean, you got all these, but you got 7 top 10 quarterbacks he's taken on. You got always Mac Jones. The Mac Jones matchups are always a thing because Mac Jones is a bum, and everybody thinks he's better than Tua already. And on top of it, you got a McCochin revenge game, and you got Brian Flores revenge game. A lot of juice, dude. A lot of
All
like
right.
if this was
I'm
a
not
steak,
saying I'm like that's a great thing about the NFL. Everybody can find juice in their schedule.
you think
Just play the games.
Yeah, all right.
Like we make this, oh, they got the third toughest schedule. Really? Because guess what? Everybody that played Baltimore last year or had Baltimore in their schedule, that was considered a tough schedule because Baltimore is always in the hunt. The quarterback got hurt. They had a lot of injuries, and it wasn't.
Well, I'm not arguing toughness. I'm looking at it and saying a lot of these matchups, I would say over half the schedule is juice. It's like it's got a lot of
And you
juice
keep
to it.
stretching it. First it was 7, right?
Well,
now
it's
over half the schedule.
it's,
So
it-
now
well,
it immediately jumped to 9 because
No.
over half is more than 8.
no,
Now
because it's
pretty
not.
soon it's gonna be a 17-game schedule. Woo!
Well, no, I mean you can never make the
Murderers
Jets,
row.
you can never make the Jets the Jets. The Jets are the Jets.
Okay, so
Everybody-
you took
every-
2 games off.
Everybody gets some freebies, and of
And
course
keep
the
in
Lions.
mind, you're counting some of these quarterbacks twice.
So
So Josh Allen's 3, you count him twice.
Nah.
So what about somebody like Denver who has to play Patrick Mahomes twice?
Well, that's on them.
But I'm
Right.
just saying,
But they don't have- but Denver
everybody
does-
just play
but-
the games.
But
Stop
Russell Wilson's
with
already
the-
made it. Like the difference here is Tua's putting the people on notice. You know, how can he crack the top 10? Russell Wilson's already there. This is what's called the on notice tour. That's what Tyreek Hill said.
Just look at the Brown schedule. Pretty easy. They got like 3.
I mean, they get to play Kenny Pickett twice.
Look at this.
Yeah.
And the Jets.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I mean, like what you do to sports is amazing to me.
You don't think that that's a juicy schedule?
Sure,
Okay.
but as far as claiming your schedule before you've played a game to be so much tougher than anybody else's,
I didn't say
with
tougher.
what we've seen go on in football.
I didn't say tougher. I just said it's a lot of juice. He's got a
Okay.
lot of matchups against the top 10.
So-
Ergo, if he succeeds, he should be in the top 10.
Oh.
What? You're on notice.
Can I just tell you, if the
Go
way they
next.
do Tua, if they have some success, everybody's going to say the defense is great.
We'll see.
Just wait for it.
But this is the
Wait
thing that's
for it.
but this is why it's beautiful, you know, because there's gonna be no denying. You can't say, oh, he took on a bunch of slouches. He's gonna be like, no, I took on your so-called top 10 and I slayed it.
Yeah, but they could lose it. They could lose every game and still end up to those and end up 10-7. Then what are you going to say?
I mean,
Because they could be 10-7, make it to the playoffs, and what are you going to say about Tua? They're going to find a way, dude. For
hard to say.
every good thing you can find about somebody can find something negative.
Well, I'm putting it out on notice right now that I have already laid out the schedule, and unless there are injuries, which inevitably there will be, but right now, from where I'm standing, this is the roadmap to the top 10 for Tua. Like, let's hop in the buggy and let's hit the road.
Know what else is? Winning.
Well, we're saying the same thing. I don't, you know.
First of all, don't ever use that line. I
No,
don't
we
care.
are. I mean,
I don't care if we say the same exact words.
We're like semantic.
we ain't
Siamese
saying
twins,
the
dude.
same thing.
We are, dude. I don't know.
There he is. That's right.